I would run miles with my dogs, just running. And often stop to be really present in the moment. But then I would just keep running. And you wouldn't believe the stuff that I came across. Ostrich-like birds, the rheas, these crazy pink spoonbills. Just so much bird life. And the most incredible caterpillars you've ever seen. Dangerous, very toxic, but so beautiful. But of all these bizarre animals, the ants were the most fascinating. They would develop these elaborate system of highways that went for miles. A single colony can harvest up to 1/2 ton of grass every single year. Working 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, constantly, no matter what obstacle may be in their way, always masterfully persevering through the roughest terrains, with up to 100 times its own weight on its back. And the most fascinating part of all is, they depend entirely on their sense of smell, because they're 100% completely blind. And you can't forget about the masters of architect, spending hours putting together these beautiful webs. So incredibly patient. And then waiting. From morning till night. And whenever I got tired of running, I would bring along a horse. And it didn't matter where I was going, what I was doing, because there's this incredible peace that you feel when you're so in the present moment that nothing else, no matter what, can ever bother you. And you know, perhaps the greatest part of it all is that no matter where I went, my dogs were always just right behind me. And like I said, my dogs always kept up. And I didn't even think twice about getting lost, because the horses know the way back. And very important, no matter how far, how wide you went, the Uruguayans would say, "Nunca olvida dar gracias a tus caballos." You know, there's just something about a horse that's just good for the soul. Such beautiful, majestic creatures. And I could spend the entire day at the beach, no problem. But it's not the only place we would ride. We would also ride through the most beautiful eucalyptus forests. Just so much greenery, beauty. We would ride through farmlands, through the most beautiful sierras with 300-year-old palm trees. And nobody knows why they're there, because there are no trees that are native to Uruguay. And these horses had no problems going through swamps, or mud, water. Just incredible. But we weren't always blessed with the gracious sun. Sometimes, in the most bitter, coldest rains. And even on the ugliest days, in the most bitter cold, our dogs were still always alongside us. Man, we rode through rivers. It's a whole different experience when you're on a horse that's swimming. I mean, we went through lakes. I mean, literally anywhere we could ride, we did. Saddle or no saddle, didn't matter. And you know a farmer's work is never done. We got 300 cows and 2 miles in between where we need to put them.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Go! What's up? I go. Cuidado.
vaca, dale. Dale la vaca, dale.
And after a long week of working on the farm, I would go down to the most artistic little town, Punto del Diablo, and hang out with some incredible friends.
Uruguay!
You know, they say if it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. And it's true. But I say, just keep running.
It's a full rainbow. And it's the most freaking prominent one I've ever seen in my life. Holy shit.